In the book Illusions by Richard Bach, a character is told to look at the sky. When he does, he's asked, "Is it a perfect sky?" To which he replies, "It's always a perfect sky." So then he's asked, "Even though it's changing every second, the sky is always perfect?" The answer, of course, is yes. Likewise, your ever-changing thoughts right now, within the swiftly altering sky of your mind, are also perfect. They don't feel perfect, do they? We know. The weather in your mind sky at this moment is not yellow sunshine and blue mist and gently rolling cottontail bunny rabbit clouds. No, your interior atmosphere in the present is, as Winnie the Pooh might say, blustery, replete with lightning strikes of panic and gale force winds of worries. You are currently battered by a hurricane of hurt. So be it. Let your hurricane be. Breathe. Do not try to quiet your tempest. Let it blow. Take inspiration in this effort from Shakespeare's King Lear, on the heath, raging against the storm. Say to your thoughts, "Blow, winds, and crack your cheeks. Rage, blow. You cataracts and hurricanos, spout till you have drenched our steeples, drowned the cocks. You sulphurous and thought-executing fires, vaunt couriers of oak-cleaving thunderbolts. Singe my white head, and thou, all-shaking thunder, strike flat the thick rotundity of the world." Or something less dramatic. Breathe. Facing down the madness of your own mind requires a bit of courage. When summoning courage, Maya Angelou advised, "Sit down. Go inside yourself. Don't look outside for it. Look what you've overcome already." And still you say, "Good morning," and still you have courtesy. Look what you have come through, the times you were afraid, and lived through that. On this earth, we always look for that which is outside of us to heal our inner wounds. A new love interest, a new medication, a new group that thinks the right way. All these methods have their place on this plane of existence, and they may serve you for a time. But sit down and go inside yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. As Jesus said, "The kingdom of God cometh not with observation, neither shall they say, Lo here, or Lo there, for behold, the kingdom of God is within you." Look within you now. Does your storm still rage? At the same intensity as when we began? By now it has certainly begun to shift, losing power over land as it traverses the ground of your being. Breathe. Find the absolute center of your storm and stand within it in your mind. Breathe. And notice, here, there are no winds, no rain, just a clear, cloudless, blood-orange sky. The I, the center of you. It's peaceful here. Your thoughts your fears, they have not gone. They still swirl in gray, violent blasts all around you. But you are apart from it now. You have become an observer, a witness to your thoughts only. In the drama, but not of the drama. As the author Mabel Collins wrote, "And though thou fightest, be not thou the warrior." In this moment, in this hour of your life, in the midst of inner turmoil and tumult, fight, but be not the warrior. This day and its struggles need not define you. But this day matters. This hour matters. This moment matters. Each moment is eternal, full of spirit, encompassing all that is. Dear one, be in this world now, for you are in it, but you are not of it. Live your day as best you can, according to your level of unfoldment. Remember that Emerson said one of the illusions of life is that the present hour is not the critical, decisive hour. Write it on your heart that every day is the best day in the year. He is rich who owns the day, and no one owns the day who allows it to be invaded with fret and anxiety. Finish every day and be done with it. You have done what you could. Some blunders and absurdities, no doubt, crept in. Forget them as soon as you can. Tomorrow is a new day. Begin it well and serenely, with too high a spirit to be cumbered with your old nonsense. This new day is too dear, with its hopes and invitations, to waste a moment on the yesterdays. Breathe. Beginning each day with too high a spirit may sound daunting. But Emerson's friend, Whitman, had a word or two to say about the subject when he declared, "I celebrate myself and sing myself, and what I assume you shall assume, for every atom belonging to me as good belongs to you. I loaf and invite my soul. I lean and loaf at my ease, observing a spear of summer grass. My tongue, every atom of my blood, formed from this soil, this air, born here of parents born here, from parents the same, and their parents the same. I, now 37 years old, in perfect health, begin, hoping to cease not till death." We began this meditation with a gentle reminder that you are perfect, no matter what emotional state you are in. The cosmos is too grand to concern itself with judgment. Your racing thoughts make you no less perfect than any other. You are a perfection of imperfection, constantly changing. To return briefly to Richard Bach, the sea is always a perfect sea, and it's always changing too. The argument may be a semantic one, for the universe is not a binary choice, perfect or imperfect, right or wrong, life or death. It is far more wiggly to pin down. Decades before the atom was split, William Walter Atkinson wrote, "All my investigations have led me away from the idea of a dead, material universe tossed about by various forces to that of a universe which is absolutely all force, life, soul, thought, or whatever name we choose to call it. Every atom, molecule, plant, animal, or planet is only an aggregation of organized unit forces held in place by stronger forces, thus holding them for a time latent, though teeming with inconceivable power. All life on our planet is, so to speak, just on the outer fringe of this infinite ocean of force. The universe is not half dead, but all alive. Perhaps you've gleaned by now the trick, the simple technique at the heart of this meditation to assuage any perception of disorder in your mind today, or tomorrow, or if it should be necessary, for years to come. But to avoid all confusion, we will state it plainly. When your thoughts race, and your pulse quickens, and the gusts of an oncoming mind storm begin to blow, if you can sit, sit. If you can breathe, breathe. But if the agitation persists, pick up a book written by one of the great minds of the ages, perhaps an old copy from a used bookstore, hardcover, worn and weathered, with a handwritten inscription from an aunt to a niece on her birthday 50 years ago. The options are legion. The essays of Emerson, the poetry of T.S. Eliot, William Butler Yeats, or Langston Hughes, the narratives of Toni Morrison or Gabriel Garcia Marquez, a spiritual text unknown to you, the Bible or the Quran, the Buddhist sutras, the Bhagavad Gita, Siddhartha, The Little Prince, Jonathan Livingston Seagull, or Winnie the Pooh. For 10 minutes, 15 if you can manage it, read, absent political identity, absent cultural identity, absent any identity at all. Just read the words of one soul, writing only and specifically for one other soul, you. Allow the sentences and their syntax to reorder your mind. Allow your spirit to be touched by their spirit, to be healed by it. It helps, it's beneficial, if the work requires you to struggle a bit, to suss out the precise meaning. This effort will command the attention of your will. Your will, when focused, can cut through any storm. And if you're very bold, read aloud. Perform a little play, a dramatic reading for yourself in the mirror. Let the texts you choose inspire questions about the world you're in, about the hows and whys of it all, about the meaning of everything. Let what you read prompt you to shout these questions to the heavens, as Whitman once did during a moment of profound existential doubt and dread. For just like Whitman, you too may receive an answer. Oh me, oh life, of the questions of these recurring, of the endless trains of the faithless, of cities filled with the foolish, of myself forever reproaching myself for who more foolish than I, and who more faithless, of eyes that vainly crave the light, of the objects mean, of the struggle ever renewed, of the poor results of all, of the plodding and sordid crowds I see around me, of the empty and useless years of the rest, with the rest me intertwined, the question, oh me so sad recurring, What good amid these, O me, O life? Answer that you are here, that life exists, and identity, that the powerful play goes on, and you may contribute a verse.